I would say the funniest player I ever played with was a guy by the name of Steve Carlson. I just played with him 1 year, my first year in the league, and he actually was one of the guys that played one of the Hanson brothers in the Slapshot movie. And you know, all diehard hockey fans are well aware of Slapshot, and he was one of the actors in the movie. And for me, he was one of the funniest guy I ever played with. I only played with him a short time, but boy, he was witty. And he was a funny guy and a great guy to be around. And boy, that time with him really still to this day sticks with me. Well, the first thing is you have to look at how committed you are. It's all about passion. Are you a guy or a girl that loves to get to the rink, can't wait to get on the ice, disappointed if a practice is canceled? It's just that diehard gut passion for the sport, and if that's burning in you, then you're halfway there. And of course, it takes all looking after yourself, training, sleeping, all that part. Develop yourself as a player. But if you don't have that passion, you're not gonna get anywhere. So that's the basic thing. Look at yourself, find out whether, hey, I'm willing to do what it takes to get there. And if you are, then you've got to do what it takes to get there. I think opportunity. My parents gave me the opportunity to play the game. I mean, that was the first thing that got me rolling. Without that, of course, that sort of support never would have moved on. And I was fortunate enough to be able to get on the ice quite a bit. The climate was right. We put a rink in our backyard. Some seasons I played for two teams, just more opportunity to play. And I just progressed. Very fortunate. For me, it was year to year. Yes, the dream was to play in the National Hockey League, but I just hung in there. And the next season, I'm still playing. Next thing I know, I'm at the NHL draft and I'm picked to play in the National Hockey League. It just kind of creeped up on you, but the whole way along, I just loved the game. Played. I just couldn't get on the ice enough, and boom, it worked out well. I would have to pinch myself. Dream come true. I mean, it's easy to say Wayne Gretzky would be the obvious choice, opportunity to play with him in international hockey. But the greatest player I ever played with would have to be, of course, Mario Lemieux in Pittsburgh. A guy that unfortunately dealt with a lot of health issues, injuries that really curtailed his level. But I assure you, if he was healthy throughout his career, he would have put up Gretzky-like numbers. So those two guys are, I would say, are two of the greatest players I've seen. And of course, you go down the list, guys that I've watched as a little boy, Bob Orr, of course, would sneak on that list. Fellow teammate, guy by the name of Mike Murphy, no relationship to me. It was my first year in the National Hockey League, and he said, don't assume that this is going to last forever. Prepare yourself for the day that you retire. And unfortunately, those words stuck with me, and I always did it that way. So when the day came, when I hung up the skates, hung up the blades, I was ready. I was ready for the next chapter. That's an easy one. I mean, picking a player, that's a tough one. But the coach is an easy one. Scotty Bowman. For me, I had him my time in Detroit. I also had him part of my time in Pittsburgh. So I was with him probably a third of my career. I was fortunate enough to play under Scotty Bowman. And Scotty's I thought was the best coach I ever played for, because he was a guy that well prepared, knew the opposition very well, knew how to play against the opposition, knew the best way to beat the opposition. Teams always went out on the ice with a game plan, and if you executed the game plan well, you had a real good shot at winning. But for me as a coach, I looked away at how Scotty did things and hopefully implement myself. Personal expectations are, of course, to win it all. But in terms of the on-ice product, 3-on-3 is like go to a National Hockey League game, and then when the 3-on-3 starts, how excited the fans are for that. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing that played at an extended level, not a short 5-minute overtime. I want to see, games that play 3-on-3. and how momentum will shift. Really excited to see what this game's like when it's played for an extended period of time. So that's the big thing I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of talent. I'm looking forward to a game that's going to be a lot of speed. I mean, it's just going to be a great experience. These guys better be in good shape because the tempo is going to be pretty demanding.